I welcome you to the Wi-Fi lunchtime service, your service for revitalizing fellowships and inner life mastery. I encourage you to allow yourself to partake fully in every aspect of this service and experience growth with us. I quickly want to go through our visions and missions. Wi-Fi serves to reveal our divine identity, advocate Christ's culture, and equip humanity for the relevant engagement in life and ministry in an atmosphere of unconditional love, trust, faith, and spiritual power. Our mission is to influence the mindset change through the revelation of humanity's oneness with the divine and equip individuals with the truth of who they are to the intent of having us firmly grounded to also empower others to be impactful in every sphere of life. Our core values are unconditional love, uplifting spirit, integrity, selflessness, trustworthiness, and tenacious devotion. We believe that all life begins and ends within the triune Godhead, and all of humanity is spiritually included in the love and life of the divine. We believe this inclusive relationship is delivered timelessly, sustained, and guaranteed by the nature of the Father who fills all things. We equally believe in the urgency to make mankind aware of the good news of their redemption from an inferior expression of life to the most attractive and abundant life possible. Relax, a few deep breaths, little gratitude and thankfulness to rise within you. Follow with me as I go through these declarations. I recognize and appreciate the God presence within me and express it freely and fully. My every intention, action, and activity is sourced by divine inspiration. Today, my every thought, word, and action is permitted with divine love. I see with clear seeing and live in the joy of pure being. Abundance is my true nature. Freely I give and freely I receive. Infinite wisdom and unconditional love are now active in all of my affairs. I give myself permission to reveal my true greatness. I live and give from a realm of inexhaustible good. Perfect peace fills me with joy and expresses as my life. I live and give from a realm of inexhaustible good. In all things I am grateful. How great God is. How grateful I am. And so it is. Amen. Father, Mother, God, embodied presence of all life, may the force within me now become a just and attentive to your divine prompting, that I may always be awake to the power of your spiritual presence. Father, Mother, God, live my entire life in the conscious union of you, renewing me daily in the spirit of love, forgiveness, and fullness of joy. From this body, temple of me, in which you live, let your goodwill shine forth from my aura, redeeming, consecrating, and perfecting all I see, touch, and relate with. All of the holy thoughts of my Father, Mother, God, take up the wings of the wind, and in the flash of lightning, as angels to my soul. God, you are the light, power, and eternal blessing. In you I live always, and to you be all glory forever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. Just a sigh of joy and relief. We thank God for such a beautiful day. Today is the 4th and the last Sunday of January 2025. And we are grateful to the universe for making it possible every Sunday of this month to gather in such a manner and enjoy ourselves. Like I always say, I prefer to use such terms like enjoying ourselves than church. Church is good. It's good to use we are in church. Just for the benefit of the many who know it and understand it in that manner. But for us, for me or to me, I come here to enjoy the family that I've been blessed with. Thank God for journey mercies, traveling mercies. Thank God for the beautiful things that our eyes are seeing. It is raining now here. I don't know if it's raining at your end, but it's raining here. Thank God for the weather. I'm privileged to experience God in its heat form and in its cold form. It tells me and it tells us that the Father has got us in mind. What is man that your mind is full of? If it shows or displays his glory to some and fails to do for others, it will not fully describe who the Father is. He makes his rain to shine. He's made his rain to rain, his sun to shine on the just and the unjust. So you and I can attest to the fact that at this very moment, every part of the world is experiencing the weather differently. But the universe is still the universe, same thing happening. God is still holding on. God remains God. Wherever that you find yourself, he remains God. We thank God for why he's taking us in the course of the year. It's really finished a month. The 11th month left. It's wonderful things coming, wonderful things happening. And I'm saying that because this morning I was laying in bed and pondering over the question that you asked last week and last 2 weeks. What are we? I believe once I'm done and you begin, you will delve into that. But when you take time to ponder over it and think over it, it's beautiful, beautiful and amazing question. It tells us what God is, who God is, and how the Father has chosen to live. God is living. God is in motion. God is speaking. God is walking in diverse ways, as we are seeing in every one of us. The entrance of his word gives light, brings understanding to those of us who lack in certain areas. I believe that is the reason why we come here every Sunday, that we will expound on ourselves, on the universe, on God, consciousness, whatever you want to call it, so that we can live life to its fullest. I came that you have life and enjoy it to the fullest. So I thank God that today, like any other Sunday or every other Sunday in the past that we've met, we are walking away from this session with a better understanding than we had last week. I thank God for your life, and I thank God that you are part of what He has chosen to do today. Stay blessed as we enjoy ourselves with our Papa Mystic Sam. God bless you. Rev, please take over.
That's okay. Thank you, Jay. I want all of us to this point to allow yourself to pour out 12 holy breaths. And you're pouring it out to the entire planet. With the understanding that every breath of yours is a representation, and it's not just a representation, it is life that is oozing from you. It is consciousness that is oozing from you to replenish the earth. Truly there is oneness, and we are the oneness in that oneness. The molecule of breath that you are breathing per time, you don't know what human it could have come from. A Muslim, Buddhist, a witch, a criminal, a prostitute, all beings who manifest in ways which you detest. Can you imagine if when you're in the presence of someone that you're arguing with, they breathing out and you breathing in? How can they be against you? I want us, to this point, your eyes closed, breathing, and with every out breath, feel the life come from you, replenishing every nook and cranny of this planet which is hosting us. Do that now. And every time you take 3 breaths, I want you to give it out with a sigh of ah. Ah. And give thanks. Let's give thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. In the last 2 weeks, you have been looking at purposeful living. It's been exciting. I did share steps on my TikTok as well. I had some very engaging comments. At least it's creating an effect. But as I did say, every week, I'll ask the same question. And I asked it for the last time today because we're wrapping this up today. We'll do a practice at the end of it. And we have the healing session. And we're done. In the month of February, as our customers, love vibrations will be here, love activation, starting next Sunday. Every Sunday, February as well. It's going to be different this year. So don't miss it. So any thoughts? So basically what you've learned so far, let's start with you so far, and then you answer the question. What am I? We start off, Fengama, you are first on my screen, to the right.
Oh. Sorry. So, what's the question? What I've learned so far?
Yeah, what you've learned so far, and then you answer the question, what are you?
But I answered it last week. I have to answer it again
I
today.
say we answer it every week because you've had a chance to reprocess it. Maybe something else is coming through you at this point.
Okay. Well, what I've learned so far from with purposeful living is the fact, in summary or in my own words, is that yes, we are here we have our own goals and purpose and everything, but we're also here for the cosmic good, like for cosmic good, the purpose of the whole earth, everything we are about or we desire is for the good of the whole of the cosmos. And doing introspection about who I am, I would say again that I believe that we are spirit, eternal being here, or I am an eternal being manifested in the physical world to make an impact in the to contribute to the cosmic good. At the same time, also train myself or train as a being for train our senses and everything else for higher things, like better things in other dimensions. So yes, that's what I think.
Thank you. That's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't here.
You're
Yeah.
here, Pa.
I wasn't here. Anyway, it's quite interesting. Yeah, it's just thank you so much, Mommy, for the submission. I like when you say the same thing. Say, the question, what are we or who are we? I believe that different people answer it based on their beliefs. You and I would know that. You and I know that there's not a definite answer for that. But when we begin to put thoughts together as we are, in line with how the Father raised or how Jesus led his life, it will bring us to a common goal, a common place, regardless of how you want to see yourself, regardless of how you want to define it or answer that question. At some point, it should bring all of us to one place. And I think we did summarize that when you said that we are the oneness in that oneness. This morning when I said I was pondering over, I was thinking about it, and I was just thinking or saying to myself that with the kids that we have, so we decided to have kids. But in deciding to have kids, I wasn't thinking of, okay, let me have a kid who will be a doctor. Let me have a kid who will be a mason. Let me have a kid who will be a teacher. Let me have a kid who will be that. Or let me have a kid who will be a boy or who will be a girl. Much as I desire, maybe I've had like 10 girls, I want a boy. We've seen people going on and on and on and ending up having like 10 girls and nothing will happen. But nobody, the desire is to have a baby, have a child. And as you have children who takes the form and the shape, the DNA of you, as they are growing, they also have the desire for something or what they want to do. So some become doctors, some will become a mason, a teacher, whatever. But they are all you in that sense by DNA. And I think that, in my opinion, the question, what are we? We are the individuations of one being, one person, one universe, which is God. We are light, we are life. Now John did say that that lightness, the path of every man. So every man is interconnected with every man. If you ask me what am I or who am I think that's the same question that Moses asked in a different way. When I go, what should I say to them? Who sent me? Say if you go, tell them that I am sent you, which is ever present. So at every point, he's the same person, he's the same God. In every generation, he's the same person. Much as we all desire, like when I was little, I've told you a lot of time, I wanted to be a pilot. So anytime I sit in the plane, it could have been me. I was sat down, let's say, I saw the pilot, the crew coming, I was angry. Mama said, look at these people, they are going to take me. I wanted to be the one to be taking people. I still have that desire, but I'm a bit old now. I always had a desire to be a pilot. You probably had a desire to be something else. You ended up working on planes and stuff, and then you are a mystic man now. So my main desire is something else. But in a different forms of ways, whatever you wanted to do, it doesn't change the fact of who we are. The who we are is the same for every man. So I wanted to be a pilot. I am this, I'm a man, I'm a boy, I'm someone is a lady, is a woman. The characteristics of a woman will come in, the characteristics of a man will come in. And then your beliefs and your values based on where you grew up from and the people who have come into your life, it will come in. But that doesn't define what we are. What we are cannot be changed, cannot be altered. It is what has birthed us. We can only be what we are from the source. God has chosen to be me. God has chosen to be you. God has chosen to be Joshua. God has chosen to be Sika. What I am is I am. I am that I am. I am God. I am good. I am life. So in me being good, I begin to live that goodness. In me being life, I begin to do things that bring life to the universe. In me being love, I begin to do things that bring love to the universe. So if I want to put all that I've said in summary, what I am is God. That's what I am. God in this form and shape, declaring his glory, declaring his intent, declaring his dreams, vision, whatever, in a different way, through me, so that the world will experience God in that way. And same as you, the world will experience God in the way and fashion and manner that you talk and you dress. Like I see your hairstyle, and sometimes I want to be a Rasta, I want to do something, but because I've got too impassable, I think it won't suit me. So I'll leave that for God to declare himself in that manner.
You need a hammer legs to grow. The hair must grow.
That is why it's impossible, like you said, it is impossible to think that anybody hates you or somebody don't like you. Because I'm breathing here and Sika is breathing in Ghana. I can guarantee you, if all of us in the universe decide to stop breathing, the universe will collapse. Because there won't be any, that is God deciding to stop breathing. And if God decides to stop breathing, there won't be any universe. We've always said there's no time, there's no space, there's no moment that the presence of God is not. I think I've said it already. So what I am is God.
Thank you. Joshua?
Besides saying spirit, I don't really have an answer.
Come again?
Besides saying spirit, I don't really have an answer.
Besides what?
Besides me just saying spirit, I'm spirit. I don't really have an answer.
Okay. Thank you.
We won't pass you by. Sika say, please pass me by. We won't pass you by.
Okay. Thank you. Yesterday, I had the benefit of watching an old movie. And you know, some of the movies someone watches, they based on where we find ourselves now, like the old condition may will have loads of skepticism to it. And I remember early on in the week, Amma showed me a short clip or an excerpt, a trailer from the movie Doctor Strange. And as soon as I've seen it, I'm like, no, we need to see this. I need to watch this. It's a Marvel movie. And so we watched it last night. I was like, okay, you need to see it. Yeah, you need to see it. If I watch it today, watch it today. Yeah, and yeah. Watch it and let's have a discussion about it. And there are very mind-blowing stuff in there, which ultimately aligns even particularly with this purpose, this topic that we're treating. Jay.
Yes.
You watched it, however passively. Can you share with us what stuck with you? What you made of it?
Well, quotes that they said, didn't it?
Hmm?
Don't what the quotes that they said.
It's not just the quotes, but okay. So if there's a quote that you heard that you want to expand on, that's fine. Or if what do you make of it?
I don't know any quotes, and I don't know how to explain or give an answer the way you're asking.
Or do you want to give me some quotes then?
No, I said I don't have any quotes.
You don't have any. You didn't pick any. Are you sure? You of all?
Yeah.
That's strange. That'll probably be the first time. But if someone were to ask you to give them a summary of it, what would you say?
A man with a great ego.
Hmm?
Wait, let me explain. There's a doctor with a great ego, and after a certain event happens, he's now not able to do what he wishes to do anymore. And at first, he refuses and rejects any ideas of supernatural or transcendence in life. He sticks to the natural stuff and science. But later on, throughout, he learns about transcendence and spirit, and now becomes the sorcerer supreme.
And what was his attitude as Sorcerer Supreme?
What do you mean?
No, what was his attitude towards towards his evolution, or towards the use or the utilization of his powers?
At the beginning of the end.
Hmm?
You're talking about the beginning or the end?
End.
Well, he had a greater understanding of that, of spirit and that stuff, but he had the opportunity to go back to living as a doctor. Instead, he chose to continue on as what he's learned now and what he's chooses to be now.
Thank you. Abi.
Yep.
So I'll say based on how you landed, I would say purpose found him in another way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
What's the question?
You always ask me what's the question. Now you don't hear.
Yeah, you asked Joshua a question, he answered. Is it the same question?
The same question I
At
asked
the end
him.
of the day, I won't just open my mouth to talk. I need to make sure what I'm
Obviously, it's
answering
your
is.
mouth that you're going to open to talk. No, any other part of the way. So, what was your takeaway?
Exactly. So I can't assume what you want to say. Okay, so well, my takeaway is most of the time, we always start on the spiritual journey on the physical plane, in the sense that, oh, maybe you have an issue, you have a problem which is really bothering you, you need solution to it. You've done everything physically possible, it's not happening, and most of the time, if it's some people, it all depends on what's most important to you. Some people's challenges could be somehow, it could be money, it could be all sorts of things, lack of fulfillment and all of that. For him, it was he had everything, someone would say, physically, a great doctor, the best in the place, and it on the unexpected happens, he loses that ability, and he no longer feels like he's got purpose or fulfillment in life.
Because he
And
was
in
addicted. He was addicted to his construct, or his idea of being a physician.
yes, so with the desire to correct that, to get himself back, he finds himself on this journey, which takes him somewhere else, and we takes him on a higher plane. And the main takeaway for me was, most of the time we start with our own physical desire, with our own mental mindset of who we want to be and what we want to be, and then with that, the God or the universe has a way of channeling you into a higher purpose. That's my takeaway.
Thank you. But okay, have I managed to whet your appetite to watch it?
I'll watch it.
No, you need to. Trust me, you need to. It's so enlightening. It's so good. Someone loves Marvel movies because of the CGI and all of that, and I'm like, you've got truth before you in plain sight, and your interest is in the effects. It's crazy stuff.
So you know what amazes me? What amazes me is, it might sound, someone will hear this and make it sound like I don't know how to put it, but the truth most of the time is in very plain sight, is in places where I would say, quotes, believers or Christians won't even look. And the supposed truth we call truth, it's not. you know. I remember I saw him during this movie came out. He was watching it. That was years back, and I saw it as, hey, they're watching this movie, witchcraft stuff. That's what I said to him. He was like, Bob, it's blah 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 blah, and only to see that scene.
He was more enlightened than you.
That's the truth, and they put these things, truth in plain sight, and unfortunately, we walk by it. And I always come back again that the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's not the teacher that is not available. It's the student who isn't tuned in, ready to receive the teachings that is all over, all around us. Until we are ready, you won't see the truth.
And saying that, I've asked this question here, and I'll ask it again, not really expecting an answer, but for us to think about it. When the scripture says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free, the question is, what is the truth? Yeah. Lamely, I've said is about the truth about who you are. But what is the truth? Keep asking yourself that question and see what unfolds. What is the truth that makes you free? For the purpose of the truth is hidden in it. It's freedom. It's no bondage. Purpose of the truth is to liberate you. What is the truth? What is the truth? What is the truth? The ancient one said something in a movie. I wrote it down. He says, it is not about you. You remember the first principle that we dealt with? The principle of pain. All of life is about pain, but pain is not about you. And whilst I was musing on that last night, I added my own to it. That for me has become the most significant lesson of life for me. All of life is about pain, but the pain is not about me. However, arrogance and fear will keep you from this truth. Arrogance sometimes manifests as the addiction to our beliefs. You can be arrogant without even knowing. When you blatantly reject alternative views because you are conditioned to think that what you know is what it is. That is arrogance. See? Every wave of the ocean cannot at any one point know the entirety of the ocean, but it can allow itself to feel the entirety of the existence of that ocean. Still answering the question of what we are. Because once we understand what we are, it aligns us to purpose. Or, not that it aligns us to purpose, it opens us up to be aligned to purpose. The ancient one said again, you cannot beat a river into submission. You have to surrender to its currents and use its power as your own. Powerful. You cannot beat a river into submission. That is what we are doing. Most of us are trying to beat life into submission, trying to make life be how we want it to be. The guy's limbs were gone, but he was so fixated on his ability to use his hand the way that he's always known it, not realizing that there's power within which he can summon for his advantage, to his advantage. Think about it, the experiment that we did last week. The fact that you can close your eyes and still see, you can block your ears and still hear, the you is only using these facilities, but it's coded with everything that gives it self-sufficiency and self-existence without the need for these. But we grow with the conditioning of overly relying on this, thinking that without it, we ain't. Without your eyes, you are. Without your nose, you are. Without even your heart, you are. We've shared this a few times. That we don't die, we are not alive because of blood per se. Because if you are alive because of blood, every drop of blood will have to exit you for you to die. No. Here we feel the aliveness of this body because spirit quickens it. You with me? And mind makes this real. So we can't get away from it. This year we would focus a lot on mind science, because it highlights the power of perception and belief in shaping or forming reality. You will be transformed by the renewal of mind. And the arrogance of most of us is in thinking that we can control something as vast as time. Time is an illusion. Come to the point, yes, we have created it, we have segmented it to allow us to manage living, but time and eternity, to be fair, are merged. Time is a subset of eternity. And once you transcend the conditioning of the set times, you enter timelessness. That is where spirit truly dwells. I think it was either Wong or the ancient one said that too. I think I put that down. He says, we never lose our demons. We only learn to live about them. You never lose your anger, you never lose your aggression, you never lose your excitement, any of those demons. You never lose any of them. You rise and you learn to live about them. That's what silencing the ego is. And then your power, your real power, rises. What about you? Open your eyes. Open your eyes so that you can shape your destiny. If I can put it, through the choices that we are making on a daily basis, thinking about purposeful living. It was transforming for me. Absolutely life transforming for me. And there's a part that I'll deal with, because we can't talk about purposeful living without talking about death. And my hope and my aspiration is that those of us here in this house, of this family, who have been beneficiary of these teachings, we are at that point that if we haven't broken our fear of death, we should be on our way there. I embrace death. I was on that path, and I was holding off, and then I missed death, or her transition, and put it all together for me. And all of a sudden I realized this life has got nothing to offer me. Death is the portal that opens me to the true experience of who I am. Till a grain of corn falls to the ground and dies, it abides alone. Said another friend, which I've taken as now it's my caveat for my stubbornness. He says that sometimes we must break the rules to serve a greater good. I've been thinking about ethics a lot over the past 1 month because of data. And I think that's what that drove I was sat there quietly last night, trust me. What that opened me up to was the fact that even in our ethics and even in our supposed moral uprightness, we need to embrace ethical flexibility for the sake, if it serves the good of higher principle. If it serves the good of higher principles, we need to embrace ethical flexibility. Death is what gives meaning to life. I pray that this year, our focus, as we still making shift happen, pray that you come to the place when you begin to forget everything you think you know. And understand that there is no such thing as an ordinary moment. Every moment is special and extraordinary. And the potential within every instant in life, to borrow Brother Ishmael's words, is sacred. Every moment is sacred. We are here to expand and be more. We're here to give ourselves the occasion for life to find its best and greatest expression through us. We need to be learned to be available to life, to celebrate what we are. I gave us some questions last week. When I did say that you are the answer to life's prayer. And therefore position yourself to be willing to express the treasures that you are. You are a treasure, a capsule of treasure, a capsule of potential. When you look at life, what do you see? As life moves in the direction of love, abundance, and joy, so is each and every one of us. What are you in this vast experience we all call life? Each and every day, decide to give yourself the occasion or the space to stimulate the answers to this question. That's why I said that I'll ask it every Sunday. And as we look to wrap up this week, I charge you to consistently ask yourself that question on every day. Yes, I said that when I ask myself that question, the only thing that comes to mind is spirit, and this is exactly it. When you know yourself as the being or the spirit being that you are, life will unfold its own purpose. And all that we are here to do, to promote life through our own expansion and invite many others to participate in it. Conscious living. What are you on about? We're here to achieve the impossible, the improvable. All with the intent and the desire to expand us. Each day, I wake up, close my eyes, I enter into a dialogue with the day for it to reveal its purpose. I've talked about to-do list, and I've talked about to-be list, and I've talked about to feel list. What manner of person do I bring to this day? What emotions do I feel through this day? Every moment of our lives is an array of possibility. So ask, what magic is this day seeking to be through me? What am I to be for the benefit of this day? See, the purpose of a day is already set. The purpose of you is already set. And you are not determined. That's why I am not of that persuasion of you determining or you choosing. You don't choose or you don't determine your purpose or anything like that. It's already set. As part or as fitting the grand cosmic agenda. Yours is to find or to open yourself up to it for it to find expression through you. Purposeful living, let's say. Places us in oneness with the divine soul. God, with life, with infinite love, intelligence, the goodness that is ever flowing and ever giving of itself. That which sustains and maintains all of this beauty in a balanced order. So in that sense, we can say that purpose cannot be any other thing but life itself. It's what life already is. See? And we live in this beautiful coexistence where we support each other. The plant life is leaving us. They produce what we call oxygen. We give them what they call carbon dioxide, what they refer to as carbon dioxide. Symbiotic environment. Okay. That's why I say that you can't go through life being a consumer. That is wasteful. Who is benefiting from the product of your own brain? Who is benefiting from the product of your body? What benefit? What beneficial presence are you being to this cosmic beauty? See, traditionally we have taught every product by manufacturer has got a manual. God has given us his manual. His manual is the Bible. If God's manual is the Bible, why do you go and learn geography? Why do you go and learn computer science? Why do you go and learn mathematics? Why do you go and learn commerce? If the Bible is the manual for life, why do you go learn all those things? Why are you training to be a doctor? Why don't you just study the Bible and go start making performing Q surgeries? Come on, wake up. You ask from the creator, obviously. The manufacturer knows what the product is for. But the truth of the matter is that the relationship between us and God permit me to use that because there's words. I can't put it any other way. The relationship between you and God is more than that of a manufacturer and a manufactured product. It's more than that. You are an extension. You are not a creation. You are an extension of the same divine being. Come out of him. He hasn't created you. You are an extension of him. So every morning I close my eyes, I touch my heart, I feel my breath, and I ask, give me the specifications of yourself as me. I said last week that even your purpose must determine the person you marry. I said it. Doesn't mean if you have married someone now, you go and say, oh, Pastor, I say that your purpose must determine the person you marry. I find that my purpose are different, so I can no longer be married to thief. After you have abused their bodies and you now go telling them nonsense.
Oh, okay, I was going to use that because my purpose is beginning to change. I'll get another second one. Yeah.
So if you are in a place and you're hearing me now and you are now desiring to step into the space of that relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it, identify purpose first. And then the person whose purpose naturally supports yours and aligns with yours will find you. Simple as that. And this is not something we can know through the logical mind or logical thinking, because the logical mind will only calculate things from its history. Nothing in our history can tell what our purpose should be. Purpose is established in spirit, your spirit. Open yourself to the voice of your own spirit and you will find it. And once you find it, you realize that the universe has already made itself available to support you to accomplish it. Life is going ahead of you, providing for you what you already need. You do that practice later on, finish off before we do our healing service or our healing session. We'll do that in a bit. See? Talked about this a few times. You are the light of the world. We've talked about it a few times. And when you are the light of the world, what problem can you have with darkness? You're light. It's nothing can obscure you. Nothing can be in your way. Nothing can be an obstacle. Everything is an opportunity. Everything. Right now we're here, okay? In case I don't know why I'm chipping in this, in case anyone is having any doubt about you being spirit. You're here. Do you see me? It's a genuine answer. It's a genuine question, sorry.
I can't physically see you. I can only see you through this medium that we're using. Yeah.
What, do you see me?
Yeah, your camera is showing
you. You know? So often, because of this conditioning, you see someone physically, yeah? You see someone's body, and you conclude that is them. You see? When someone dies, and you go to see the body instead, are you seeing them?
You're seeing them because the body is there.
So they are there, yeah?
They are there.
Yeah, they are there, but they are not.
But they are not there.
They are not alive.
They are there, but they are not there.
Okay, you can see them, but they cannot physically see you.
No, they can't see you. Are you sure? Is the other way
I
around?
mean physically.
Okay. Right. So they can't see you through the eyes. So that's what you say. So the truth is, you don't see me. I don't see you. You don't see me. But you're only claiming to know me or see me through the expressions of me you are seeing. So right now I'm smiling. You go, Yahweh's happy because you see a smile on my face. It could even be fake, but you see the expression on my face, and you go, Yahweh's happy. If you see me moody and with a morose face, oh, he's not feeling happy, he's sad, he's upset. Because of an expression you see on my face. In like fashion, we observe the infinite through nature to understand the intention of the divine so that we can participate in it for the fulfillment of the grand cosmic purpose. Jesus says, and you look at the clouds and you tell that it's going to be summer, it's going to be winter. But you can't see and perceive the signs of the coming times. So, all of the universe is evolving eternal peace and harmony. And so, it's you and I. I'm sure his brother Ishmael gave this analogy that I loved in one of the sessions on planetary peace. And he says that even when nations are at war, the prayer of both parties is for the war to end. They can be victorious so they can go and enjoy their lives in peace, isn't it? The purpose of war is, even the purpose of war is peace. See? And the universe, as it grows and expands to become more of itself as you and I, that gives us, but that is enough evidence for us to understand that we are also here to grow our souls for evolutionary impact. Put a seed, we put a seed in the ground, grows to become a tree, birds nest on it, people sit under it for shade. The fruits of it drop to the ground, they die, they become manure, go back in the soil, nourishes other trees for them to also grow. Birds eat of it. They carry some of the seed in them. They drop their feeds elsewhere. The seeds get back into the ground, it germinates, duplicating itself over and over and over and over and over and over again. That should give you an indication of when we say that you are here to be more, what exactly that means. What are you here for? You are here to be more. You're here as consciousness, you're here as spirit to be more. To make beneficial impact for the evolutionary good of all humanity. See, I talked about death earlier on. And you've said this over and again in this place that no, nature has got no waste. The things we believe we don't like things we tag negative, hatred, disease, all of these have got their purpose It's part of this beauty that we see. So, without, for instance, diseases and the body decaying, we're not going to die, are we? So it's good. It's a vehicle for our transitioning. It's a vehicle that allows us to get to the other side. So we embrace all of that. You won't find a cure for every disease till eternity. Because without that, we will be losing vehicles to transport us to the other side. Everything in life is the purpose and agenda of living, including your diseases. Life can sabotage itself, irrespective of how we choose not to understand and appreciate it. It gives of itself with reckless generosity. And every effort we make to compartmentalize it into good, bad, goes back to the Genesis narrative. It makes us dead to the glorious realities of life. The day you eat of the fruit and know the difference, or begin to make difference between good, bad, life, death, you shall die. Every frequency of life, every wavelength is a blessing to be used. Don't limit yourself. But when I wake up in the morning and align myself to the sun, I center myself to the earth. I assume my feet beneath hell and my head above the heavens. Stay centered and positioned for good. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? In the absence of any questions, I want us to do our practice for this principle. I want you to relax. Okay, is the background sound okay? It's not overpowering my voice, is it? I want you to relax even as we commence with this practice. In a moment of silence, close your eyes. You can. And I want you to imagine the number 3 times. Taking you deeper into your relaxation. I want you to imagine the number 2 times. Going deeper and deeper into your relaxation, paying attention to every sensation in your glorious physical body. I want you to now imagine the number one time. In a silent contemplation, I want you to respond to this soul inquiry that we have been thinking about in the last few weeks, several times. That when that time comes, we all call death, when we realize that nothing is mine or nothing is yours except what you are, what are you? What are you? I want your mind now, your spirit now, to run through everything that you consider a possession of yours. When I'm talking about possessions, don't just think about your car, your house, your eyes, your ears, your hands, your leg. They are possessions. Your penis, your whatever, genitals. They are all possessions. Think about your material possessions as well. What are these possessions that I am now affirming as mine now? How are they expanding what I am? As I identify as the spirit, as the essence, that is God being itself as God through me. What is God as God doing and being through me? What is God or Spirit's awareness of itself as me? What is the idea of God, Spirit, universe, infinite love, intelligence? What is his idea of today, of my life, for me? Don't superimpose any thoughts. Allow the cosmic knower to know through you, even as you provide these prompts in silence. What is the universe's or God's idea of our participation in this space? I want you to even stretch it and ask specifically of these identified possessions, physical, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. Your eyes, your legs, your ears, your intellect. These possessions, ask them, address them. What are you here for? How are you supposed to expand me for the benefit of humanity, or what's it called, of humanity? Dialogue with these possessions and ask them. Ask, what are you here to accomplish? What is your beauty? What is your handsomeness here to accomplish? What is Your friendships, your relationship, what are they here to accomplish? Ask them. To him that asks, the answer is given. Getting some answers to these questions will help you awaken to what you are here to accomplish in life. And as this positions you to identify with purpose, there isn't going to be any place for mediocrity in your life. You are the marvel and the miracle of life. God has come to his own self as you. You are the celebration of. This world is your own. You are not just passing through. Heavens of heavens, it says, belongs to God. The earth has he given to the children of men. It's yours to possess. You are the exclamation of life's glory. What are you? You hear by the collective power of the entire universe. The collective power of the entire beauty, the entire wisdom, the entire health, the entire magnificence of the universe. God has come to his own as you. God has come to his own as you. God has come to his own as you. Charles Nemo. God has come to his own as you. Joshua Divine Opondria. Charles. God has come to his own as you. Amma Opondria. God has come to his own as you. Ebenezer Osebonsu. God has come to his own as you. Sikaya Bani. Dorothy. God has come to his own as you. Arabe Nyola Dasan. God has come to his own as you, Dorsis. God has come to his own as you, Comfort Yamua. God has come to his own as you, Marie P. Kesse. God has come to his own as you, Samuel Yamizio Pondria. God has come to his own as you, Ariel Pieces of Pondria. God has come to his own as you, Doron Ethan of Pondria. You are the exclamation of the glory of life. God has come to his own as you, Gwyneth Nemo. God has come to his own as you. Mary said, Namyabo. God has come to his own as you. Lucas Nemo. Ah. I want you taking deep breath. And with the out breath, see the whole universe wake up to feel the love, the wisdom, and the power of this rising day. I charge you every day for the rest of your life. Wake up each morning feeling the love and the wisdom, whether it's rising from you or from another person, or whether it be from something that you've heard me say or from anyone that you respect, anyone whose voice you respect. Day, connect with other beings on the same frequency and pour out that breath to the soul of all humanity. Because every breath is a conscious gift of life. There is oneness. And from this oneness, all possibilities emerge. We call it so. And so it is. Whilst we remain in this, want us to briefly do our healing works. And after this, you can break your fast. If you want to leave it till dusk too, you can. Kingdom courage of God blesses me into full life. I want you to sound that in you. If you want it to be audible, do that as well. Kingdom courage of God blesses me into full life. And I am rich with life, the wholeness of the wholeness of life, becoming the teacher of life. Kingdom courage of God blesses me to full, and I am rich with life, wholeness of life, and I become the teacher of life. Now follow with me even as I pray and do this invocation. O breath of life, the primary source that has emanated from ages and eons through eternity past, present, and future. Through the eons and the ages of incarnations, flowing through the very depths of eternity, manifesting as the source of humanity, in the very essence of our existence. We evoke you and connect to the wholesomeness of all wholesomeness and the beginnings of all beginnings, which is in every way indescribable. We connect to the healing centers of all life and to the great healers throughout the ages, in the here and now and in the future that is gloriously unfolding. The soul force of the blissful enabling presence that is as all life, in the force of all that manifests as life, which enables me to declare that which should be, announcing the eternal and sacred wish of total health, healing, and vitality in the body of all that identify with this Wi-Fi family and the entire planet. By my breath, you become alive in this energy of restoration and regeneration. All holy beings of life upon whom I call, this is your hour of sacred manifestation. Manifest in this energy, restore all degeneration and cancerous cells, revive failing organs, damaged tissues and ligaments, broken bones and limbs. In this hour, I declare that every failing body part, every ailment is called to respond to the power that is alive and active as every soul under the influence of this form. In the same manner that water bodies can cleanse themselves of their debris and their toxics, in the same manner that barren lands and deserts bring forth water and vegetation, I assert and declare that our bodies are experiencing rejuvenation, getting a reset of vibrance and vitality. I said this as done, and so it is. Amen. Bring yourself back to consciousness. Rub your hands together. And put it over your eyes, face, move your face a bit 3 times. Man. Shalom and life to us. Bye-bye.